for show, just so you know. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run on first down. It's Hall, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Play action. Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pulled in at the 24. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mon. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the Jets are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
On 1st down, it's Hall. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, it's Hall, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now Wilson on first down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off around the 37, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
On 2nd and 9, Mon. Ebron caught left side. And down inside the 15 he goes.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mon now off of play action.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Justin Jefferson
with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Check 24, check 24. Check, lucky, lucky, lucky. Check it back, check it back. 80 weapon, 80 weapon. Check 24. Delta.
They go play action with Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Hall, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. On 2nd down, it's Hall.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jason McCourty.
And the Vikings are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you sort of noticed.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Mond.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
To throw again on second down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Third down from the gun, it's Mon. Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders-Patriots to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 80? He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Here comes Darius Slayton from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Play action. It's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Mon going to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 9, Mond. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's brought down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one complete to Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on second down. Mon. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
It's caught outright by Graham. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Another try after the first down sack. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here's Braden Mann now,
as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
26 months. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 26 months. They can't hang with us.
On first down, here's Mon.
That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A give. This is Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They go play action here. Mon. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Mon.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Now Mon.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On first down, Paul. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wilson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daron Payne forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be taken at the 10. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Mon.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They run again on first down. Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Mon looks to throw.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10.
Shakes off the sack. And his throw is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Mon. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He'll dump this off to Cook.
And he will have a Vikings first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. Mon's throw there taken in by Smith.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Mon looks to throw on 1st down.
Throw left side complete. That's Cook. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
hand out of the shotgun.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Smith. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mond. And Cook has it left side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. On 4th down, Mond.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hall, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll keep it on the ground. Hall, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hall, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Finding room to the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Sly on for the extra point.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw here.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here's Mon. They're going for it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jets,
they get yet another victory to finish the year at 14-3 overall.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Vikings,
they had bigger things on their mind, apparently, the playoffs, as they will finish the regular season with